Alan Patrick and Mason Jones in the lightweight division. Mason Jones with 10 wins and 1 loss, 26 years old, a little bit less tall and a little bit less of a reach, but that height and reach disadvantage against Alan Patrick will not matter. The man has a lot of power in his hands. First knockout win, first knockout win, first round knockout win, all of these wins by knockout in the first and second round right there. 4 knockout wins, 3 submission wins, and 3 decision wins. I think there's a very, very good possibility that Mason Jones wins the fight by knockout. Alan Patrick does not want any of the smoke on the feet. I think he'll get absolutely pieced up in the striking game. 15 wins and 3 losses right there. 4 knockout wins, 2 submission wins, and 9 decision wins, with most of those knockout wins due to ground and pound shots as well. So this fight, Alan Patrick, get the fight to the ground ASAP. If that doesn't happen, I'm sorry to say, Mason Jones is going to knock you out with a big right hand, or he's going to dominate you on the feet, do exactly what Bobby Green just did, dominate you on the feet and win the fight by a dominant unanimous decision win right there. Pretty much one of those two things is going to happen. Alan Patrick has some pretty good wrestling. I believe he averages 3.5 takedowns per fight inside the UFC, which is very, very solid. So takedown, ground and pound, ground and pound, ground and pound. Do not strike with Mason Jones. You will lose the fight if you strike with Mason Jones. So do not strike with Mason Jones. Go for the takedown, get the fight down, ground and pound, and look for the submission, or just look for control on the ground, or something like that. Alan Patrick, do not strike, man. If you strike, you will lose the fight. Mason Jones, keep the fight on the feet, get the knockout, get the TKO win at range. 1-2, 1-2, big right hands, big leg kicks, body kicks as well. Everything like that. I mean, he is much, much better striking. Really good knees and elbows in the clinch as well. So this fight, I'm gonna go Mason Jones. Obviously, I'm not just looking at the odds right here. I'm gonna go Mason Jones. His striking way, way better than Alan Patrick's. Alan needs to get this fight to the ground as soon as possible. And Mason Jones, I'm not sure what his takedown defense is, but I believe it was around 75 or 80%, something like that. So I think the fight ultimately will stay on the feet. Again, this could be one of those situations where you have a really, really big favorite, and then Alan Patrick just goes out there and lays on Mason Jones on the ground for 3 straight rounds for the decision win. So this would be one where I probably would, I honestly would stay away from putting him in a parlay. I think this one's a little bit too risky, because all Alan Patrick needs to do is get the fight down, get on top, and just lay there. That's pretty much all he needs to do. Get a little bit of ground and pound here and there as well. So ultimately, if you're going to go Alan Patrick to win the fight, I mean, it's probably some really, really good odds on him winning by decision. That'd be just absolutely insane odds right there. But Patrick by decision, plus 450. Honestly, not as good as I was expecting, but let's see, Mason Jones by decision, what would that be? So Mason Jones by knockout, plus 125, interesting. Jones by decision, plus 225. That is my prediction right there. I think that'd be a decent bet. Doubling your money on Mason Jones winning that fight by decision. I think that's exactly what's going to happen right here. I think he's going to defend the takedowns, keep the fight on the feet, throw a lot of volume, a lot of pressure, and ultimately win the fight by unanimous decision. I think that'd be an interesting bet on Mason Jones by decision with plus 200 odds, which honestly is really, really good in my opinion. So Alan Patrick and Mason Jones, my prediction, Mason Jones winning the fight in a dominant decision win in the striking game, defending the takedowns, and winning the fight by unanimous decision right there. Should be a really, really good fight in the lightweight division right there.